Hello and welcome to another episode of Kuma's Kitchen and another fusion dish. So last week I fused Korean and Italian. Well, this week it's Tex-Mex and Italian. I call this Tex-Mex Polenta Bake. Yeah, it's down at the bottom you got all the Tex-Mex kind of a ground beef and all kinds of other goodies in there. And on top you got the polenta and then lots of cheesiness on top of that. So quite a nice mixture. A little hot. Let's try some. Oh yeah. That goes together real nicely. You know, between the Tex-Mex flavors, the polenta, and then the creaminess of some cheese. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's all baked in, well, it's baked in one pot. We do cook the polenta in a second pot, so it's not exactly a one-pot meal, but it's pretty close. So, let's go to the kitchen and make some right now. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got the ingredients for the polenta, we've got ingredients for the Tex-Mex meat down below, and the cheese that's going to go on top. So first, let's go over each of these ingredients. For the polenta, I've got 5 cups of chicken stock, just a very light chicken stock with a little flavor in there. I've got 2 cups of polenta. That's the coarse-ground cornmeal. I get this from Bob's Red Mill. They call it polenta. It's absolutely perfect. It's great for this. So if you can't find it anywhere else, Bob's Red Mill. I actually order it through iHerb.com. And they'll ship it right to here. So easy to get. Over here, I've got a half a cup of butter, and I've got a half a teaspoon of salt. So that's all for the polenta. Then for the Tex-Mex meat, ground meat, whatever. Across the front here, I've got 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I've got 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 cup of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of paprika. Then I've got 1 onion chopped up. I've got 1 can of, this is called chopped tomatoes. Any tomato, you can get just a can of whole tomatoes and chop them up a bit. Anyways, 1 can, that's a 14-ounce can of tomatoes. I've got here 1 pound or 450 grams of ground meat. Now you might want to just use beef, because that's really a very traditional Tex-Mex cooking's beef. But I like to use my mixture here, which is about half beef, half pork. I just, a lot of flavor and everything in there. Although, of course, we got a lot of chili in there, so maybe in this case it won't make that much difference, but still, this is my favorite grind. Then across the back, the cheese, which is going to go, someone's going to go on the polenta, someone's going to go on top. And that is 8 ounces, 230 grams of cheddar cheese grated. All right, so first thing I want to do, well, we got a big pot over here for the polenta. Going to get the, without spilling, that's really full. Get the chicken stock into there. And start bringing that up to a boil. So let's get that started. They're about there. Put the lid on and speed it up a bit. And while that's happening, let's get the meat going. Or at least the onions. That's the first thing we want to start there. So I've got my cast iron pot. I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to move that butter a little ways away from there. It's just going to melt. And let's bring that up to medium heat. Right about there. All right. And I'm going to get that olive oil in there. Basically what we want to be doing here is we want to be cooking the polenta and the Tex-Mex meat in tandem, basically, so they're both ready to all go together and go in the oven. That's going to be the final stage. All right, so that's heating up. And olive oil. I'm going to put the onions in there. And I'm going to cook the onions for about 5 to 6 minutes. So I'll see you back here, 5 to 6 minutes. By that time, that stock should be up to heat, so we can get the polenta going too, and that'll just be perfect timing. All right, See you back here in 5 to 6. Alright, the onions are still cooking, but our chicken stock's coming to a boil, so we take that lid off. Got the polenta. I want to whisk in hand. You want to be whisking this in as you add it. So just whisk, whisk, whisk. Away you go. Alright, get that all in there. We don't want any lumps. Do a little whisk. Let it come back up to a boil. Now, got my wooden spoon here. Let's see, turn that down a little. I just want to simmer this now. So I'm going to turn the heat down a bit. Simmer it. Going to stir this occasionally. Just every once in a while, I get a little stir. Going to cook this for about 15-20 minutes. Just until it starts to thicken up nicely. So let's see, cut that back a bit. Don't want it bubbling too hard. Just simmering. Alright, so cook that 15-20 minutes. We're back in a couple minutes with the onions. Should be ready then. Oops, we forgot one thing. Salt's got to go in there too. Alright, stir that in. Make sure we get all that salt in there. And turn that down even more. That's starting to cook pretty heavily now, so we're going to get right down to really low heat. Alright, again, 15-20 minutes. Alright, so those onions have softened up a bit, so now we're going to throw the meat in there. Get all that beautiful ground meat in there. Alright, and the chili powder. Sprinkle that in there. Paprika. And the salt. That's the 1 teaspoon of salt. We do it half a teaspoon into the polenta. Alright, now just stirring around. Get that all mixed together. I'm going to cook this for about 10 to 12 minutes. Just want to brown up that meat. I'll see you back here then. Remember, keep stirring this. Do this stir every once in a while. Yeah, that's looking nice. Coming along good. Ooh, that's hot. Alright, just keep mixing this in, stirring this, and just stir it occasionally. 10 to 12 minutes. Then I'll be ready. Well, ready for the next edition. Alright, so that meat's been cooking nicely. That's looking great. Our polenta's looking great. We'll take that off the heat now. Yeah, good and thick. Alright, what I want to do with the polenta now, I've got the butter. That's going to go in there. Notice I cut the butter into smaller pieces. That's just that it's going to melt a lot better that way if you throw one big block of butter in there. And mix that in. And let's start melting. Now, put the lid on there. Keep that heat in there. Let that melt. In the meantime, what we've got here, this is looking good. We mix the tomatoes in there. Okay. Other side. Mix those tomatoes in there. I want to cook this again about another 8 to 10 minutes. Just let it simmer away here a bit. Just stir every once in a while. And that's going to be ready to go. All right, see you back here about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, this has been cooking away nicely. The butter's all melted in here. That's looking great. Now, what we want to do, the cheese. We're going to take about 1/3 of that cheese, just down roughly 1/3, about like that, and mix that into the polenta. Get a good mix around. Then, oh, that was good. We're gonna take that polenta and spoon it onto the top of our Tex-Mex ground meat mixture here. Some over here. Over here. Oh yeah, looking good. I just kind of spread it around a bit. All right, looking good. Now, oh, well, that's good. Yeah. Now, we'll take that off the heat. The rest of the cheese goes on top. That's looking pretty good. Oops, some cheese overboard. Let's get it all on there. All right, it's going to go in the oven over there, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius for 35 minutes. What I want, first of all, it's going to cook it some more, but mainly I want that cheese all melted, browning on top. Then we're ready for dinner. All right, see when this comes out of the oven. All right, look at this bubbling goodness. All right, so this has just been bubbling away. Look at that cheese on top of there. It's just give that a little poke. Oh yes, that's going to be absolutely wonderful. You got the polenta underneath there, and then at the bottom you're going to have all that ground meat. The sauce is coming up through everything. Mwah. All right, that is going to be a good dinner tonight. Oh, if you like this recipe, stick around, check out the other recipes here. They're all original Kevin Riley recipes here on Kuma's Kitchen. Also, make sure that you've, oh, that's hot, hot. Make sure that you've clicked that notification bell and subscribed and all that so you don't miss out any new ones coming up. Got some more interesting fusion coming up soon. All right, now go make this and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.